Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about speed and velocity. As you know, in physics, distance and displacement have different meanings. Let's see how. A person is moving from point A to point B and covering a distance of 10 meters. It's a sheer distance. The distance between A and point B is 10 meters. In this case, the displacement of an object is also 10 meter. But let's assume the object is moving from point B to point A and covering the same distance of 10 meters. Now the total distance is from A to B plus B to A, which is 10 plus 10 is equal to 20 meters. So distance here is equal to 20 meters because it's a sum of distance object is covering from point A to point B and from point B to point A. But in this very case, the final displacement is, can you guess? It's 0. Yes, you're right. Because the object is moving from point A to point B and it's again covering from point B to point A and coming back to its original position. So the total displacement is 0. Probably in normal English vocabulary, these terms are interchangeable, but in physics, it is not. Same with the case with speed and velocity. Let's see about speed first. It says that how fast an object is moving or the rate at which an object covers a distance. It's as simple as that. If let's assume a bus is moving with a high speed, it'll cover a distance in short amount of time. Whether a slow moving bus, it'll cover the same distance in relatively large amount of time. So that's a simple concept of speed. In comparison to velocity, what it says that the rate at which an object changes its position. Kindly note this word, it says position. It's as simple as it's the same difference with which the distance and displacement has. So in speed, we are talking about distance. In velocity, we are talking about displacement. This is the basic difference between speed and velocity. Because let's assume in this very case, in the discussed case, an object is moving from point A to point B in 2 minutes. First from A to B in 2 minutes, then again from B to A in 2 minutes. So the total time taken is equal to 4 minutes. And as the total distance is 20, so the velocity or the speed, I should say here, speed is equal to distance upon time. So the total distance here is 20 meters and the total time taken is 4. So it comes out to be 5 meter per second. But in the same case, the displacement, as the displacement is 0, so the total displacement, so the velocity is equal to displacement by time, which is equal to 0 by total time taken, which is 4. So the overall velocity would be 0 here. Let's not dig deep into it because we are going to discuss in deep in the next coming slides. The second most important thing which is worth noting is speed is a scalar quantity and velocity is a vector quantity. As we have discussed before, the scalar quantity has only magnitude but no direction, and velocity, being a vector quantity, has both magnitude and direction. What we mean to say like this? Speed, if we say the 30 meter per second, it is talking about speed because it's not signifying any direction. But in velocity, it's a direction aware. So it says that 30 meter per second east. East is where the object is moving. We have to specify the direction with velocity. Let's take a very simple example. Uh, we can say a person is jumping from point A to point B and point B to point A with a, with ferocious velocity. But what the ultimate speed would be, it is he's moving with very high speed because he is going to and fro very fast. But the overall velocity would be 0 because he is coming back to the point where he has started. Let's discuss in a bit of detail now. The concept of average speed and average velocity is as simple as that. the average speed is equal to distance traveled by time, by total time taken, and the average velocity is equal to the displacement by time. Let's discuss it with an example. Let's suppose an object is starting from point A and going to point B, and the distance between them is 4 meter. The total time taken here is 4 minutes, let's say, and the same object is moving from point B to point C. Distance between point B and point C is 2 meter. Let's say the time taken is 2 minutes again. Let me put minutes. Again from point C to point D, the distance is same 4 meter and the time taken is 4 minutes again. The same way from D to A is taking 2 minutes. So my question is, what is the average speed and what is the average velocity? As we can see, average speed is equal to total distance by total time, and the average velocity is equal to the displacement by total time taken. So average velocity is quite simple. The displacement of an object is zero because he is moving back to the point where he started. So 0 divided by anything is common to be 0. In a scenario of average speed, the total distance covered is from point A to B, which is 4, from point B to C, which is 2, from point C to D, which is 4 again, and D to A, 2. And total time taken is again the same thing, 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2, which is in terms of minute. So it's coming out to be 12 upon 12 is equal to 1 meter per minute. We are going to discuss about the dimensions, what the dimension analysis is and what are the units. We are going to discuss the full chapter of SI unit in the next coming lectures. Thank you very much.